Yeah. We'll see. So and then this fight is just psychic. Alright, we need to find the pinned message. Yes. Okay. Gonna try without sound, just to make sure it doesn't crash. Scott may have provided a fix for me, so I don't crash during attempts, but I've only successfully recorded an hour of footage. I haven't streamed it. And Pokebite is active, so should be able to do some runs. 25% CPU usage is bad. Where is that coming from? Is it... Dang, that's a lot. Overlay. $25. I don't know. You can close the overlay though, and Pokebite can still work, and that cuts all down to like 19% CPU. One time, I'm just trying to PB. My PB is 31 minutes. 31 seconds, so depends how long it takes to get that. Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, has anyone tried that? Is that legal? It shouldn't affect anything, but it does technically change the game, right? It's like as soon as I don't know. I don't quite understand how it works. But let me just go ahead and post it. And open the Discord. This one. This one. Man. Yo, Frank Z, thanks for 23 months. Appreciate all support. 25%. Okay, so Pokebite, overlay, OBS, emulator, desktop window manager. It's almost 1% of CPU, but why? What is desktop window manager? 1.1%. Dude, the emulator itself, and I'm not even recording right now, the emulator itself, 9% CPU. Well, recording doesn't even increase it, it just hovers around 8 to 9%. System 0.7%. That I'm pretty sure is what's causing the crashes. The CPU percent is too high. OBS is around 4%. The overlay starts at 2 and then it goes up as the run progresses because there's more stuff it keeps track of. And then Pokebyte is consistently 3% now that I've closed the browser part, which was Scott's suggestion, so we'll see. Yeah, I can turn off the overlay, but keep Pokebyte running, just turn on Live Split. I mean, Live Split probably takes up CPU too. I don't know exactly how much it takes, but... Oh. Well, I'm not sure why that happened, but let's kill some Pidgey. No big deal. Okay, well now we have to redo Pokebyte. It just does this every so often. I don't know why. It's just like... What did I change? I think it's just... like a new... It's not gonna... It might... no. Pokebyte clothing. We're just gonna have to do it again. Overlay. Don't know. It's done that 2 times, just randomly starts giving me encounters. It's not too difficult to fix, but to go back and change all of our settings. And Doduo, okay. Overlay. All right. I mean, Live Split is light, but it crashes for me sometimes. Like, the program crashes. It doesn't crash my computer that I know of. What's up, Rascal? He goes into Flareon because he beat Rival. I'm not sure if anyone has recorded a loss to Rival. I've never gotten below 14 HP, so like it's possible. It's possible to lose to Rival with maybe just 1 Gen 1 miss or 2 Gen. Realistically, you need 2 Gen 1 misses, I think, to lose to Rival. And then you can get Vaporeon, or you can just do the extra Rival fight that's like unwinnable to get Jolteon. Jolteon's not too bad because dies to Earthquake, and Ninetales dies to Earthquake. Better than Magneton and Flareon. It's like you don't have to set up for Champion, I think. So you could like maybe skip Sword Stance. This time. But then Jolteon outspeeds. I don't know. The optional rival battle is just so bad. It's like Spearow Growl into Eevee's Sand Attack. Even as a Mew, you can't win. And it's a big detour, because that route does have encounters. Hey, what's up, Almonds? Yeah, that's the overlay that goes with the emulator. It's directly connected to the game. It's a fairly recent addition to Scott's community, I heard. Like, they didn't have it until like last year. Hey, Sniper Wave, thank you. $28% CPU, dude. This is just not happening. Like, this is what it was when it was crashing. When I was recording, it was around 20% CPU, 21. Now that I'm streaming, we're at 25, but it goes up as the run progresses. But I still have one more thing I can do to potentially fix it. Died. No. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, can you? I mean, at this point, there's no winning. Like, the problem with this Brock strat is you just lose a lot, and the problem with the other Brock strat is you just lose a lot. Like, it's just really bad because of bind. It's always bind that gets you to, regardless of what strat you do. Like, that's about as low as you'll ever get on EV14. I'm pretty sure Vaporeon is not a 2-hit with Thunderbolt, and it has Hydro Pump, so if you did lose, that would be a bad fight, or a bad rival lineup to deal with the rest of the run. Yeah, like, these rules just make Brock so much harder than he would be otherwise. Like, if you could just potion mid-fight, then he would just never transform, and you'd also then have to do an extra Mart, so it's like it kind of works out this way. To do the cool Mart skip route. But like, you could have a good light year guy minion fight, and then potion mid-fight against Brock rather than inefficiently potioning before the fight. You know, just like potion during bide. Well, sometimes that doesn't work. But this time, not good. Oh no, it is really good. I mean, the problem is just really slow to transform into Onyx unless you get the glitched 48 damage bide, which you pretty much never get. It's like you have to get 3 good speed ties in a row, and then you could just force bide to do 16 times damage or something. But yeah, I mean, the problem is, like, so there's how many days left? There's 2.5 days, 3 days. Maybe it's actually 3 full days if the deadline is midnight 17th. There's not a lot of time left in the challenge, and everybody is still bad at the late game because the late game is very hard to be good at. So like to go for a very, very lucky Brock fight and then have to play the rest of the game. Okay. This is a big ask. It's 12. Okay. I should have gone 1, but just need some 2. Just do this. Should be fine. Oh, we're gonna get the glitch? No, okay. That's actually fine. We had a good 359. No poison. Okay, it's fine. Very good. Dude, not that again. No, not that. See, that's the problem. Like, the movement doesn't work. Can't fight her. Well, there's been a lot more activity in the community since I posted my run, so let's keep going. I think I'm just gonna go for the, what is it, like 1 in 8 or something like that. Strat on Brock, not the God Brock, but the. So I didn't test this, but it's like turn. So he goes bide, turn 1 pound, turn 2 transform. If he gets short bide, he's not doing a lot to you, so it's like okay. But ideally he gets long bide, and then you win the speed tie, you tackle him, then he bide hits you, and you bide him, and then you do whatever damage that ends up being. Which I don't know, it's just some number. Some whole number. You have to get good speed tie luck, I think. But I'm just tired of transforming when Onyx is at half and running out of binds. I just don't like transforming at all, but I mean, you just don't have a choice sometimes. Standard Geodude. It's like I would do it now, but it's high enough HP, I'm fine. And there it is. Like, it just destroys you when that happens. Okay, yeah. And I'm, yeah, just dead. It did 8, so that was a glitch. Yeah, crit doesn't do anything. That's the problem with that strat, is if you get the glitch, then he can do 4 times damage instead of 2 because of the speed tie. But it's just... Again, it's just one bind is usually enough to wreck you. And that's what happened there. It just murders your time and your HP. Yeah. Like, what happened? He didn't unleash right away? Or did he unleash right away? Yeah, he did, right? But then what? Oh, it's like... Or no. Did he win speed tie, unleash long bite, and that's why it did 8? Now, the bide strategy is just so that you can save a center and do a faster trainer in forest. Like, basically you need like 5 damage on Onyx if you transform into it right away. And the reason that you want to transform right away is so that you don't have to use pound PP and you can skip the post Brock center. I mean, you really don't want to transform. It's just like it takes too many pounds to kill Onyx. 25 seconds to get the take the Pokemon Center at 100% speed, so it's like 6 seconds, 6 to 7 seconds to take the center at 400% speed. It's very slow. So you have 20 pounds after Geodude. That's barely enough for Route 3. And just transform right away. But then the problem is transform only gives you 5 PP for each of your moves. 3 screeches plus 3 tackle, or plus 5 tackles is 15 damage on Onyx out of 32 HP. So Onyx has 17 HP left, assuming you don't crit, which is worse. And then, yeah, how do you do 17 damage to Onyx? You have 5 binds. Bind hits 4 out of 5 times on average, does 3 hits per bind, 1 damage per hit, 12 damage. Now that's 5 HP that Onyx has left, and your remaining moves are just like 1 or 2 Screech PP and 5 Bide PP. So, you know, you just go for the Bide strat just so that you know, don't... because, like, if you were to try to win without Bide damage, then the route would be struggle. So in order to struggle, you need to use Bide. It's just like, regardless of how effectively you use Bide, you have to click that move in order to beat Brock without taking the extra center. And so you just, you know, there's a way you can try to use it for a big time save, but usually it doesn't work, and you just end up chip damaging with Bide and then barely beating Onyx before you run out of PP. But like, I think if Geodude does more than like 24 damage to you, just go for that strat, because what are we at here? It's like 23. You just should go for it. It's so hard to beat Onyx right now. Like, just huge damage. And another spot. Now we can't even do the. Okay, we got the glitch miss. Probably not. No. Okay. Sketch. Okay, it's fine. Not fine, not fine, but this candy route makes the damage okay. 453, Yeah, like the problem is even if... Nice crit, I'm gonna do this movement. Cannot. Actually just a harder menu to do. Turbo, well, this is bad. 77%. Just don't want to talk about Brock period because it's just too reset heavy. It's a 4-turn Misty. But bad HP, right? Not there. Don't get double kick. Don't get double kick. Good. Bad range. Okay. 6, and then we go Mega Punch here, just have to, yeah. See, I like that. There's a lot of problems with doing Risky Brock. One of them is just that there's so much RNG in this section, and a few tricky movements. Oh, that's just... Instant text habits are just so bad here. Okay. You can't ever not... There's no instant text in yellow. Turbo B is not mash, it is not hold B. It doesn't work. Green bar, oh my god. Yeah. Well, green bar the rest of the way is good. It's fine. so far down, man. 6. I gotta repel so early. So early. That's fine. Hey, Corvallis, thank you. 30, dang. I've never tried a run like that. Hand's not looking good right now. I need to stop being nervous. Okay, I got that. That's fine. That's fine. That strat is so good. So the strat, I don't know, it's like, I feel like it saves a lot of time for me. The strat is basically to do like, what is the best analogy? You bike to like 5 tiles away from a door, a house, whatever. You stop for a second, and then you bike the rest of the way and turn in one motion. If that makes sense. It's like, what is the analogy that explains that? It makes intuitive sense, but it's like, I don't know why I hit it so often. Maybe I don't hit it that much. Like, if I try to do the whole motion without stopping to orient myself, then I'll just miss the door wildly. I'll miss it by like 3 tiles and then have to take my hand off, and it's just really bad. But just do a very quick stutter movement. And then I usually just get it, and I don't know. This is a range now on this route, but it's favorable. Very favorable. Wave dash, yeah. These are all just meme techniques, though. It's like, for 400% speed, I feel like not the healthiest techniques to practice. Good run. No red bar. And now, after a bunch of easy fights, we have this very hard fight. Sand attack is the worst. Slash is fine because we center. Cloister, good. This should die. Pretty standard so far, just get Flareon, 57%. Wow, actually got a solid fight, standard fight. Yeah, now nerves. This is why I hate like going for good early games too, because you get, if you're nervous playing at 400%, like, it's so bad. That's why streaming is helpful for me. And we're about to reach Snorlax, so maybe we won't crash while on a good run. I'm gonna wait for the paralysis. Sub 20. Oh, that's where you have to be careful. So you close out of the menu accidentally, which I do sometimes. Don't reopen it with Turbo A or use the Super Repel. Oh, good. Section. That is. Yeah, there it is. Just go for it. I'll get the 4-star. One's good enough, and we actually got it first try. This is getting an insane Safari Zone is nice. A victory road is gonna be something on this base. What is... Yeah, like I just play better when I stream because I get tilted and nervous offline. Goodness, that was fast. Okay, no, it's actually not that great of a time. Maybe that movement wasn't so fantastic, but 33-4 is pretty good. It's just like every single movement can kill you. Every movement is a danger because it's all mock biking. And even the best Emerald runners hit trainers on the mock bike. Even the best Pokemon Emerald players in the world, speedrunners, Poke guys, still hit optionals. And now we have the bike in this game, which plays even faster than the mock bike in the world. Okay, that's fine. Only 10 minutes, 9 minutes left on the run, it's okay. Just have to play well for 9 minutes. Even though Victory Road while nervous is kind of impossible for me. Let's see, don't Gen 1 this here. Nice crit. Yeah, that's fine though, that's fine. Oh, there it is again. That's very bad. Very, very bad menuing, but we didn't screw up anything major, which is good. good. Oh. Bad, 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 terrible. Okay, fine. Don't crit. Yeah. No kinesis. Good. And now we have the terrible trio, Giovanni, Viridian Rival, and Lorelei. The hardest movement in the game in between. This is behind my best run just because of the Blaine's gym movement, god. Yeah, that's not great. But we're gonna go for the YOLO strat here, which is just better. I think, even at this health. Yeah. Crit right on. Didn't crash, just disconnected. But we are recording in the emulator. Okay, 28, not good. What happened? Viridian Rival antidote. Can't. Like, I was so close to missing. Hate it. Absolutely hate that girl. Just like, you just can't one tile tap that consistently. Oh, there it is. Free record if we just don't die. Oh, don't get speedfall. Don't get the speedfall. Just take down, please. Okay, do it. Yes. Don't do it. Okay, hold A is good. I don't know if PP is okay here. It's probably, yeah, it depends on Lapras. Didn't crit good. Also, what's up, Zealous Pawn? The rest of the run is easy. After Lorelei, it's like pretty easy. Machamp can live though. Okay, it's never lived for me on a good run. Agatha's second Gengar can live, but then she super potions a lot. Problem with Blizzard on this fight is PP for Lance, by the way. Die, good. Blizzard. Ooh, I don't know. Do I heal this? Probably. 137. That's so close on this pace. Like, I think I just do it. Just left 4. It's right there. Yeah, glad I healed. Max damage, pretty much. Good, good. One final test. This guy. Oh, no! Okay, that works. Alright. 18. Alright. Skipped 20x. So what was it? Just like Blaine's gym was like the worst. Although I have done that gym as poorly before. Like that gym is tricky. And I think the problem is like in yellow, or no, the problem is in red blue. If you press A in front of the trainers, then you fight them. Watch the credits. I think in yellow, if you talk to the trainers, they don't fight you. But like it's very easy to accidentally talk to the trainers there if you are not careful. So I try to be careful, but then my movement is sometimes off, and then I end up talking to the wrong machine or the wrong tile. It's like there's a safe movement for most of the questions, but like I try to go for the tight windows between the trainers to get to the machine for the question, and then like if I miss, it's just like I have to be so careful to not press A because of red. And I'm still not sure in yellow what happens if you talk to them. I think it's just like they say you have to answer the question. We got 621 bonks. Wow, that's really bad. But what I mean, like, yeah, like 100 of those were in Blaine's gym. Like if it weren't for Blaine's gym, then we would have gotten what, 3110, which is still not great, honestly. Like this run was what, no red bar, and you know, still like the safe early game, kind of like a bad Brock and Route 3 and Moon, and then like Misty was a 2-turn Starmie, and then no red bar. So I think we just played well, and other than Blaine's gym, like Victory Road was actually quite good because we didn't, like, it was the best Victory Road I've done. Like nothing special, but then I nailed the movement after Victory Road, which that's not hard to do. I just had messed it up every previous run. So this run I finally got the really fast Victory Road exit to Indigo Plateau building movement and saved like 4 seconds over all of my other runs. Didn't get stuck trying to go between the statues on the bike. And then, yeah, I knew as soon as Lorelei went down, and Lorelei wasn't amazing. Slowbro was slow, Cloyster didn't die. hesitated before Jinx because I really didn't want to, accidentally click Swords Dance on Jinx and then get Lovely Kiss and just lose. So Lorelei could have been faster, but it was okay. And then, yeah, the run is pretty consistent after Lorelei with my route. Yeah, they just waste your time. Oh, the burglar will fight you. See, now it's like I'm gonna be nervous because I was like, who's the burglar again? This one. Yeah, like all things considered, like that was pretty good. A lot of bonks, but it doesn't matter. Like what matters is like don't hit optionals and then just hit the fast bikes, which is like what I did to get the Psychic TM. Safari Zone was maybe Safari wasn't that amazing because my time I felt like would have been better there, but it felt really good. Like I just didn't get stuck anywhere. Like to have Safari go like that where you don't get stuck, you get the full restore immediately. It's just so nice. Menus around that section were good. Basically everything until like, what was it, after Koga, that little I was getting too confident with the bikes. I biked into the house and then the Lapras menu was off, but I was careful not to like candy or teach TM to the wrong Pope, and so we made it to Mansion, no encounters in Mansion, still messed up the second candy menu in Blaine's gym, so it's like, that was unfortunate to lose like 6-7 seconds to that, or maybe like 10 seconds total if you count. Like everything between Koga and Blaine was quite rough, but then I think Sabrina gym movement was, or the Saffron City movement was good. Sabrina's gym movement was as good as it can be for me. Geo's gym was fine. We got the good fight. I definitely like going one sword stance instead of two on Geo now. It just seems way better. Like center before Sabrina, no damage Sabrina. You don't care if right on earthquakes you because he doesn't crit. You do care about everything that Persian does, so just don't give Persian a turn. It's like so often you get a really clean Geo. Doug Trio has no bad outcomes other than Sand Attack, which is what, 13% or whatever, 14%. And Persian usually doesn't get a turn, and Rhydon usually gets a turn, but then it has nothing really bad. Like Fury Attack 5 turn maybe is like the worst thing. Then Viridian Rival is just always scary because it's just Stun Spore can be a loss from pretty much any HP. But it can work out where like Rhydon Earthquakes you, Sand Slash slashes you, and then you actually get Red Bar for Execute, and then it usually doesn't damage you. Yeah, I think it's all pretty solid. What was it? Yeah. Just a little bit of, sloppy mid to late game stuff that was to be expected when I was nervous. And also the picnic distracted me, the stream outage. I'm not playing with sound either. Any questions? The IGT, what was it? 204, I think. Sub 33 is, yeah, that's like, the 32 club is a sign that you've got a solid route and, probably you're not hitting trainers too often. Your execution is very, very reasonable. Still can be way faster, but you try to go fast, you hit trainers, that's a problem. I think my route's like the same as the video that I uploaded, except for I'm candying in Mount Moon like Scott does now, which is just really clean in Mount Moon to just hold A on Mega Punch for the Jesse and James fight, because Ekans is 86%, Meowth always dies, Coughing is just a clean 2-hit, and then you get the level 19, to survive poison more often on the way to the center. And then Goldeen at 19 is better, so like Mount Moon fights and then the Goldeen fight are a lot better with that early candy. Misty is slightly worse, Nugget Bridge slightly worse, Machop Drowsy fight is quite a bit worse, and then the Meowth and Tower is like 95% instead of 100% with Thunderbolt. So I made that change, and the menu in Moon to use Candy and Mega Punch is actually not that free because you can't turbo A. You have to go down after candying to teach Mega Punch, but it's okay if you accidentally try to teach Bide. And just undo it like I did this run. So. Yeah, Arcanine is a range with crit Earthquake, but guaranteed with non-crit. Level 43 guarantees non-crit Earthquake, but you don't want to be 43 because then you get level 43 Eradicates in Mansion. Yeah, Yellow still plays the Cries in Red Bar, but it skips the Death Jingles and it skips the level ups and it skips the Catch Jingle on Doduo. And yeah, if you don't know like how much longer Jinx's Cry is than all the other pokes, then you can definitely get thrown off there. You would, if you know Jinx's Cry, you would think that's a long cry. It's kind of like Executor or Mewtwo or Mew, but it's actually like a full, no, it's like a half a second slower than any other Pokemon at normal speed, so that's still 0.125 seconds slower at 4 times speed. Why do I do Sabrina before? No, I did Blaine before Sabrina. And it doesn't really matter, because, like, if you do Sabrina first, then you get the higher level for Blaine's Arcanine to improve the crit range. But if you do Blaine first, then you can heal off the Flamethrower damage or Confuse Ray damage or whatever you end up getting. Could be Arcanine damage. And I just prefer that, because it's like usually Blaine does like at least 25, 30, sometimes 60, sometimes 100 damage, and you can tank that because you centered before Erica and Koga. But then you don't want to have that HP loss going into Giovanni's gym, particularly when you are going for one Swords Dance. Because one Swords Dance is just like a super easy fight if you don't get Sand Attack. And you can survive Rhydon's Earthquake, but you can't always survive Rhydon's Earthquake if you've taken Blaine damage before. But like what you really want to do, and it never works out, is you want to high roll or crit the Hypno with Earthquake, so you can finish it with Thunderbolt or not finish it at all. Then you have 4 Earthquakes after Koga, and then you just go do early Sabrina and just spam Earthquake, and Alakazam is a 2-hit unless it uses Recover, and you don't crit or get good rolls. And if Alakazam does live after Recover, then you can still finish it with Thunderbolt as long as it doesn't recover again. So then you don't have to switch your cursor to Swords Dance and then back to Earthquake, and you don't have to deal with Kadabra Kinesis. But you do need 4 Earthquakes for Sabrina for that to happen. Then you center, and then you do Blaine and just hope for not too much damage, and that's just faster. You can also do Sabrina after the center with the 4 Earthquakes, and Alakazam is a better range after Recover. But then, what is it? Actually, that might work now. Now that I'm like always doing the 1 Swords Dance Geo. The problem before is like Earthquake, Dugtrio, Persian, Nidoking, Rhydon, Magneton, Kadabra, and Flareon. That's 7 Earthquakes, so you only have 3 to use on the second of Sabrina or Blaine. But now I guess, yeah, I'm gonna switch to Earthquake strats now. Yeah, so but you know, just be ready for the occasional troll Alakazam. 70 damage Psywave also can happen. That's not good. I don't know. It's pretty marginal. I just don't like switching to Swords Dance, switching back to Earthquake, and then also having the 6% chance of getting wrecked by Kinesis. You can also just try to be good and just Elixir instead of centering, and yeah. But then it's like you need to get the Safari full restore. Like you pretty much shouldn't get the Safari full restore on my route with the conservative center uses. But it's like, you know, I have no super potions, I have no potions. And sometimes, you know, Lance crits, sometimes Lorelei does 170 damage, you know, it's like I've had quite a few runs that needed to heal for Lance. Well, you never really need to heal for Lance, but it's like Gyarados' crit chance is high enough, and then any Blizzard miss is a death if you're, you know, trying to do low HP. So like if you're at 100 after Lorelei, just full restore for Lance. But then if you don't have the second full restore and Lance crits you, or you miss Blizzard into like any move on Dragonite or Aerodactyl, then it's like, well, if you're not at 140 for Champ, then you're really risking it, because then you just get, what is it, like Earthquake or Slash plus any move from Executor plus Ice Beam from Cloyster. It's like a range to kill you, and then Quick Attack just always kills you if you get Ice Beam from Cloyster. And Clamp 3 turn is about the same. It's like, yeah. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but I just like centering and just have, and then like skipping the full restore if the run is not good, because it's pretty safe to do so. Kadabra, oh, you're level 47, so if you do Sabrina, well, 46 or 47, do it after Mansion, so that just dies. Kadabra stops being a range at like 45 or something. I think it's like 45, or maybe even 46 is needed to guarantee it. But yeah, like what's so nice is like you can just crit Alakazam and save a whole turn and save the inputs, and then you have full HP, take 0 damage on Sabrina, don't even give her a turn. And then or you can get, you know, low roll Psywave or just recover, reflect, X defend. I think Alakazam's about as likely to damage you as Kadabra, so yeah, that's I kind of wish I had done that, but it doesn't matter too much. Like maybe like 25% of the time it's like a good time save to just Earthquake Sabrina instead of Swords Dancing. This run we got the good Kadabra X defend, so it was fine. I don't think I'll do that again though. I think like the Giovanni fight, like I have lost 3 good runs to Persian, double team or what else? Well, yeah, I think maybe 2 or 3 runs lost to double team, and then maybe 1 run lost to slash damage, plus I don't know, plus Viridian Rival damage. But then like the problem with Persian is that everything it does is bad except Screech Fail or Fury Swipes miss or Guard Spec. I mean, there's good there's good outcomes, but like every Mon can Guard Spec, Rhydon can Guard Spec. Most of Persian's actions are just quite bad. Like Slash is slow, it does a lot of damage, it makes Rhydon and Viridian Rival risky. Persian can get another turn if you crit Earthquake, so it's like you can get Slash and then another Slash. That's super scary. Fury Swipes is slow and can do big damage, especially when it crits. You know, super high crit rate. Screech into Rhydon Earthquake is like, I don't know if that's OHKOing you, but it's killing you from most HP that you're going to be at. And the badge boost doesn't do anything there from Screech. And then double team usually is fine, but like I've lost 2 runs to it. You know, it's more likely than Sand Attack to actually work. So yeah, 1 Swords Dance Geo, Earthquake Sabrina, that should be the route. And then don't Gen 1 miss. Am I enjoying ×4 runs? Well, I'm enjoying it more now because I found a fix for the crashing issue, where every time I tried to stream or record, my computer would just freeze. I had to, you know, and so I would lose the run and have to restart my computer. I just had to close Pokebite in the browser and just leave it running in terminal. Scott suggested that, and ever since I did that, it's been fine. What are we at now? 19% CPU, because, well, the overlay isn't tracking anything, but it gets a little nerve-wracking when the overlay is tracking a bunch of stuff in mid-game, and my CPU is like 28%. That's around where it's been crashing. Yeah, like I can't do these offline and enjoy them. Like I did not enjoy offline runs, but it's like I really wanted to get a better time, so I kept doing them. Streaming just allows me to not focus too much on the luck or mistakes and not get tilted, so yeah, I'll do more of these in the future if I don't have technical difficulties. But I mean, I prefer 100% runs. It's just I understand, you know, Scott has gotten probably around 80 submissions, 80 people submitting runs for this. You're never going to get anywhere close to that if you require the run to be done at 100% speed, because people just have stuff to do IRL that is going to prevent them from finishing 2-hour runs, especially when half of them die to Brock, which becomes 16 minutes instead of 4 minutes. And then Misty also kills runs, and that's 27 minutes instead of 7.5. So it can be really frustrating when you're working a full day, come home, and you have 4 hours to do runs, and you do one run and die to self-rival or something, or just make a mistake, and you got 2.5 hours left. You make it to Brock, die to Brock, and now it's like, well, do I have time for another run? You have that issue all the time if you are managing any semblance of a normal life. So like, there was a time when I had 10 hours a day to do attempts, and I didn't mind at all doing 100% speed runs. And now it's like, I still prefer 100% runs because you can play with sound, you don't make the same mistakes, you can get a clean run, but then I wouldn't be able to do as many attempts, and so maybe that would, maybe that would be an issue. I think it just kind of has to be like this for the community to grow, and for the content creators to have digestible videos. Just quick 30-minute runs, do a lot of attempts, let people see the game. But it's like it'll just stop becoming fun if like PokeGuy or anybody, any speedrunners who dedicate themselves to a high level of execution join. Like if PokeGuy joins this, it's just done. Like you can forget about first place. Just no one will ever get it. If someone other than PokeGuy joins, then maybe it'll be a competition, but that person could still just blow all of these times out of the water by just practicing menus and movement. And it's like I just don't want to do that. I could improve my execution, but it would just be stressful, and I would hit a ceiling. And I just like there are people who are better at the 400% speed execution, and if one of those people joined and like they were getting good times despite having a suboptimal route, and you're trying to beat those times and getting frustrated that you can't, and you get nervous when you finally are ahead of their time, and you hit a trainer because you're nervous, like that's just not fun. Like what are we doing here? We're pressing 2/60th of a second one-tile bike movements to dodge optional trainers. It's not really why we're here, right? We want to do more of the theory crafting and the routing and the optimizing. That when it comes down to those really optimized times, really competitive grinds, then you're just whoever's the best at like the movement basically is going to get the best time. So we'll see what happens with that. It's fun for me when I can just do like people were cutting the bush before Safari. It's like that's just a routing mistake, or like it's just way slower to do that menu. Cutting the bush is like the same speed if you do it frame perfectly as biking around. But like, are you gonna cut 2 bushes frame perfectly with tight movement? I mean, it actually isn't like that terrible when you can turbo A. I don't want to say cutting the bush is like a terrible idea, but it's like the path around is super clean to me, and it just feels like you're there in an instant. Like you just enter Fuchsia City, you get on the bike, and boom, you're in Safari Zone, and it doesn't matter how many bonks you do. You just you do the movement kind of all in one motion fluidly, and you don't have to worry about like moving your cursor up and then moving your cursor down, and then when you get to Safari and teach Earthquake, you have to move your cursor up from Charmander. Like it's just stuff like that is satisfying because you don't have to be a god at movement. You just kind of have to have a good plan. And there's probably some areas where you can just not bike. I've mostly been biking, but I know some people got faster times not biking at certain places, and if you time all of those out, you can, probably be more consistent. Second bush is easy, yeah. But it's like the lag after you cut the bush, right? And then you gotta time your movement after the lag rather than just doing all of it in one motion. Yeah, you can cut the second bush pretty perfect, but then like what about the rest? I mean, it's like, what is it? It's just more that you have to think about too. I just press A here. It's like you have to stop, right? Instead of just like doing da 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 and then just trying to time this one thing, which is like, again, I'll just like kind of go here and then like that, and okay, I can adjust. But usually I just get it like that, So I just go straight here, here, like that. He's not normally here, but he's been moving for a while, and then he just, you can just bonk the whole way, and then this is just one motion, or that, It's just, you don't have to multitask. You just do it, and there's no risk. Like, nothing bad's gonna happen except maybe you go inside the house, and that's not too bad. But the cutting, it's like you do this, but then like here you gotta do, and then you this, and then you gotta this. It's not that bad. It's actually not that bad, but like I'm pretty sure. Well, I think it's actually slower if done frame perfectly in yellow, because the cursor is not in a convenient place, having to go down to Charmander, up to Mew. But yeah, it's just like I see, I get here, I'm on the bike, and I just see like, okay, next goal is to go to Safari. Boom, 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 boom. And it's just there, It's just like simplified movement and a run where, considering how fast you have to go and think about, you always have to be thinking. You can't just autopilot everything. It's like, after Safari, I'm going to be here, and then I need to make sure I don't do super repel, right? I mean, cursor can be moved up beforehand, or you can move it here, but you don't want to just like turbo A. So like, you always have to be thinking about stuff, and if you're also having to do like cut bush menus that are not even necessary, then more likely to mess up a later menu. Wait, you don't actually bike for the cut route? I mean, yeah, then you're just like a non-biker, which is, it's good for consistency. But I think that's a good place to bike, even if you're cutting the bush, because it's like, there's no risk. Like, if there's no risk, then just try to bike, This is one where there's risk, right? This is so annoying, because usually you end up here, because you're doing, the 2 times that you go to, well, it's actually just 1 time you go to, no, there's 2 times you go to Saffron, Psychic and Sabrina, so, you're here, unless you actually try to hit this turn, you're here, and then you're here, and now you got to do a 1 tile, and there's just the worst. It's just too, you have to tap the button. Maybe some controllers have it easier. I can't imagine playing this on controller instead of keyboard, but so there's risk, right? There's risk of doing this and then going back, and then like trying to get in here and do this. So that one I just bike, or I just walk. But then like Saffron, I've been trying to get into the habit of just biking, because what's the worst that can happen? It's not that much of a time save, but it's like, I'm here too. Oops. Like, messed it up, still better. This one is a mistake to bike, but you do it in the 100% run. So like, I have the habit of biking here, but you really shouldn't, because I mean, I did go in the house. That was somewhat risky, but it's just not far enough to bike. So I'll just go here, that. Where else is there? This is also super risky to bike. So even though it is a decent number of steps, like, you don't want to hop the ledge. And it's, yeah, like, I haven't even tried it. I have not even considered biking this because, like, you just hear, right? And then, okay, like, you can try your very hardest to do this movement and still hop the ledge because you have to tap it so light. And then somebody was saying they do a different movement for, let's see. Oh, I forgot to stop the recording. Whoops. Whoops, we recorded a little too long. It's okay, because it should be fine for Scott if the recording goes on too long, right? The problem is if the recording doesn't start with a run, it starts with something else. Yeah, alright. So, like, yeah, this is probably, like, everyone's least favorite or second least favorite movement. So I had a run. Somebody mentioned going up top here, or maybe they were talking about some other movement. I had a run that was kind of dead, and I just decided, like, let's try to do this. You fight him. So, okay, how do I avoid this? See, I tried to do one at a time. I did two. So one time I was like here, and I tried to do one at a time, and instead I did two and then one, and then she hits you. So I was like, is there a way around her? But there isn't, because you go this way and the girl above hits you. But yeah, I mean, you can go, that's true, you can do, well, yeah, you can do this, but then I mean, yeah, because then if you, yeah, then you don't hit her, right? It's like a little bit of extra movement, like, you can go like this, and then, okay, now I'm ready. Yeah, that's probably fine, like, that's what you mean by top, yeah. Like, you still have to be on that that column, but you don't, if you go too far, you don't hit her immediately. And then what is the Victory Road one is 100% unavoidable because, yeah, it's the only way to enter that staircase. It's right in front of the trainer. Oh yeah, that's where we lost time too. How much time does this actually lose? God, I can't believe I did this. Scott did it in his run earlier too. We hit this guy in a run once, so I was thinking about it. But like on the way back, instead of doing this, we did the spinning tiles of shame. I did the. I mean, it's really not. It's kind of bad. 2 seconds maybe. Yeah. But you can also do just, what is it? You can just do, well, that's not really good. You can do, so from the start, when you enter the gym for the first time, you can do that. It's actually not that easy. You can do this. Turbo, talk to him, and then like this, and then just, it's not really that easy though, is it? And then this. Don't have to exit the gym, do this. And it's not really that much easier. This is the best movement. You just do this, and then on the way back, just do this. That's so nice. But yeah, I just don't like being 44 for Blaine and then 53 for second Gengar and Agatha. Cloyster has never killed me, so like the experience route when you get that revive is not like amazing. Yeah, like do this, you can rest your fingers, and then just, but then yeah. So the thing is, like in Fire Red, this is the movement you're supposed to do. You just go do this, and then take the spinning tile because it's faster than walking in Fire Red instead of slower. But you have to be careful not to do that in Gen 1. So it's like this, and then back, and then that. And like, it is actually really risky to do that because what happens is, well, do this, and you can go here, and it's safe. That if you try to just do this, and then you miss. All right, I'm gonna try again. Oh no, okay, 3rd time's the charm. Oh, no, that's really bad. You can get tilted. So maybe not, but yeah, we did lose a lot of time. Oh, whoops. He has 2 Pokemon. Gives you 51 for Cloyster, and then a level for Aerodactyl. Anyway, yeah, I think there is a lot of room for improvement with like the biking. I need repels for this, but like the biking selection. This, what is it? So we do this, or we do that here, and then yeah. So like biking strategies matter. It's 90% at level 54 and 79% at level 53, I think, which is what you are if you candy for Geo instead of candying in Mansion. So you know, I've gotten better at this. Like this is a little hard to hit, but once you get here, you can just go down 2 or go down 3, and then just and this, and then here you just go down and these 1-tile movements are so much easier when you're like doing them into a turn. You just kind of do like that instead of like tap and let go. It just, at least psychologically, it's easier. And then just up here, this movement sucks because of encounters. I was once doing this and it's just like, okay, this is bad. I'm just gonna go here. But then I hate this because, well, there's huge lag here, which has always thrown me off. You're supposed to do this, but in the 400% you can't, so you really just, what is it? You just hop the ledge and try not to get an encounter here. You just go like this, and then you have to be careful not to do your right turn because you can hit her. So you go up. You kind of just have to bonk here. But then in Rock Tunnel, everybody seems to be like really slow and cautious, which I mean, you should be when it comes to using escape ropes, but like you can tap A, tap turbo A, hold B, and then like the middle section is where people get scared, but I don't think it's that bad if you've done flashless Rock Tunnel. It's supposed to be here. So repel before it wears off to save the text. And then like go up to the top, down 1 here, and then just kind of see if you're there. And then if you're not, just up 1, and then just go. And then just like when the, what is it called? The wall, that rectangular wall is touching the top of the screen, and you know you can go right, and then just here, and then when 1 row of the wall is visible, then you know you can go left, and then do that, and you can talk to him or not, and then just up to the top, down 1, and then just go hug the wall. I've seen people lose time there, and it's like you can obviously hit a trainer here, but that's one with practice where you know you can get it without being especially precise. And then go here, and it's just hold B for repel, and then just go down. And then we're here. Just gonna do that for now. And then, oh, this is hold A. So like here I was like not biking, and it's not great to bike here, but because this one is annoying. It's like if you don't, like you could just do this or something. Because it's enough tiles to bike, it's all straight line. Like you probably should just do that. Because I keep messing up the start, like here or something. It's fine. But I think yeah, it's like not great. It's definitely should. And then yeah, this is where I just love to do like this. You know, I just feel like this works for me. Like I'm here, and then instead of going like that, I just go for it, and that one was 1 tile too low, but like it wasted no time because you're on the bike. I just like, okay, that's way faster than anything else, and I missed by 1, and I can just correct it. So yeah, why do you get the first elixir instead of the first hidden one? Just because it's an item ball, which has a much faster jingle than the hidden item. It is harder to execute that movement, but I think it's still like 2 seconds faster at 100%, so it's half a second faster at 400%, meaning you just need to not make, you know, like half a second of additional mistakes compared to getting the other one. Alright, see ya, Zealouspawn. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I think, what was my issue with Sylph Elixir? It was like, oh no, yeah, I had an issue with Sylph Elixir. Is it hitting the trainer? Or was it just the, no, it was hitting the teleporter, which is slow and yellow. So, you know, you can pick any elixir, just not the underground one. Please don't, then we have to flag your run for possible tats. Oh, that's so bad without sound. Even with sound, it would be hard. But yeah, the problem here is that you do this, and it's just really slow. Like, it's hard to just, you know, you can't hold down, right? You just can't. You have to wait for the box to clear and then do this. If you hold down, you're just going to do this, and it's way slower. Whereas the hidden elixir in Sylph, you can just hold up after, because it's just completely safe to do so. The underground one, does that work though? Or is that luck-based? Or that's not sketchy. I just didn't know that worked, because it's like if you press A on the previous tile, try to pick up the item on the previous tile, then you can't try to pick up the item on the next tile. It's like 50% likely to work or something if you hold turbo. That's how I understand it, but I don't know if anything changes playing at 400% or the game doesn't, like, turbo is pressing once per in-game frame, right? So 240 times per second. The bike path candy holding. Yeah. Now the bike path, has anyone else discovered? I'm pretty sure this is what happened to me. For the bike path candy. Oh yeah, this is another one I like. So it's like, again, you just go like that. Oh, I missed. It's like this, and then like that. You just, instead of, it's just all one motion, so much easier. But like, what is it? So first, yeah, this is one motion. You have two tiles to get, you just hope that you press for the right amount of time. So, don't hit that guy. First run I hit that guy, and then I learned, like, okay, we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna do this, and then down. But like, yeah, so I'm holding turbo B. I'm holding B right now. I'm holding B. I'm pressing it 240 times per second. It's not working. It's not working. Now I'm pressing non-turbo B and it's working. So that caused me to hit the guy in my first run. It's like, wow, don't always use turbo. But, yeah, so it's like I have to make sure I'm not on turbo B as soon as Snorlax. As soon as I escape Snorlax. So yeah, I'm on non-turbo B, line up here, and then, you know, this is where it gets annoying. And then, yeah, like, try to do that, but it's hard when you're getting encounters. Yeah, and then that, yeah, encounters. And then if you hold, what is it? If you hold turbo B now for the repel, it slows you down. You don't, or, yeah, it's like, because if you're constantly pressing B, it's like you're doing this, I think. I don't actually know if it does anything to hold turbo B here, but if you're like holding regular B, yeah. I don't know, it might actually, I don't understand. Just don't hold turbo B until you get to the bottom. Then you have to, like, as soon as you corner, you basically try to press B, because there goes the repel right here. It's tricky to time that, and sometimes you can end up, like, what is it, here, and that's annoying. The fun part. Oh, that was bad. You can do all of it, like, let's see if you can just do, that's kind of hard to do. You have to like pause a little bit rather than just trying to do, as you do that. Yeah. Oh, and then this is annoying. So like I move the cursor up beforehand so I can just hold A to get on the bike. But then the rappel wears off somewhere around here. And it'll never be consistent because Safari movement is so spazzy, but you know, you try to like hold B to get the rappel, and then you gotta, what is it? Avoid this guy, and then up one, and it's down one Charmander. And then here is weird because like you want to do this, but that's hard. So sometimes I'll just go duh, 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 and then gotta watch out for her. So if I'm on a good run, I'll try to like hold, you know. And then this here, you can accidentally talk to her if you try to do it too fast. So you try to get up and then just hold A. And then this movement here is tricky because what can happen if you are too fast after the fight is, whoops, and she has 3 Pokemon. All of this stuff that like just doesn't matter when you play the game normally, but matters when you play at 400%. So you can bonk the sun, yeah, so here, yeah. Oh, like try to just do, yeah. Where are we? Yeah. Like this is nice, yeah. Yeah, if you can just do that. I mean, it's like that's ideally what you do. But it's kind of hard because, like, if you go too, oh god. Yeah, it's just easier to go to the top because you're doing a very precise turn here, and then whoops, I'm at the top. And it's like, you can do this, and whoops, now I'm over here. And you can do that. You do, like, it's just because, like, here's what happens. You're trying to turn, and then you miss, and then I'm over here. Isn't that, yeah, I did that in a different place. This is just tricky. You'd get better with practice, but there isn't really an easy way to do it. It's like that, maybe. One tile doors, yeah. Hate one tiles. This one, gosh, this one is actually so easy, but you know, if you get stuck, it's bad. It's like, you have, I mean, basically everything once you make it here, right? Be careful not to hit the guy, and then you're here, and you can easily do that, or not. You do this, and then, oh, you can also pick this up if you want. Slower than, it's not really slower than Safari Full Restore. I probably should just do this. Like, Safari Full Restore should just be retired, but you shouldn't even need this, really. And then, yeah, like, this is so easy. You just, that, but I was messing it up a lot. And then E4 movement is annoying because, wait, what is it? Is this because of that? No, I want to show the glitch. No, I can't. I don't know if it works here. Oh, I keep missing the, okay, hold on. No, I keep missing it. Yeah, this. I'm holding A. I'm not holding A, I'm pressing A 240 times per second, so I'm just destroying my hands, and Lorelei will not talk to me. And this again. It doesn't work. So I forget what's the, yeah, this happens everywhere, but it's like, so when you turn, for the first time after entering an area, you lose 4 frames, or no, you lose 2 frames to the turning animation. But then also, it doesn't complete your A action until you stop moving. This one. Stop going too high. I don't know why. So like pressing A, but because it was the first turn of the room, I have to let go. So it's like all like that. And if there's another, I'll show it after we Oh, why? Low HP, we didn't center, okay. And animation. Okay, +2 is not... That's fine, I just go to... oh my god, bubble beams. Okay, well, we have 1 full restore. Not going to use rest here. 48. This dies, and then what? This dies. Yeah, I'll just go for Slowbro. Yeah, I'll just go for Slowbro. Well, actually, let's just try to... Oh no, the super potion thing doesn't work, right? I was like, okay. Do this. No, okay, dead. So, it's okay. I didn't want to show that anyway. But, where's Psychic, dude? Use Psychic. Now he's gonna Oko for sure. Okay, where's Psychic? Yeah, it's like, it happens here. So there's no there's no encounters here. So you can just fight this guy first at no cost if you need the level for Pidgey, which doesn't even apply anymore, but on the old Candy route it did. And so like I would do, you know, I would do like this, and then I would turn. Okay, I'm talking to him. He's not listening, he's just turning to face me. So then what happens is you get him to turn, right? It does make him turn, and then he sees you, so you get the exclamation point, which wastes a second. RTA 0.27 seconds at 400% speed. So you don't want that. You want to do it all fluidly so that you talk to him and don't get the exclamation point. And then like, it happened here too, where I did this. So it's like, yeah, if it's your first movement, but also anytime you stop. Anytime you stop, now if I turn, it's not gonna let me talk to anybody until I like complete the motion, so. Oh, gotta stop, now she'll talk to me. But she's seen me already, so I get the exclamation point. And then like, yeah, so it's a turn frame, and you can kill a turn frame by already having turned in the area. So it's like, you know, when I go here, there's a turn frame when I turn right now, but once I do that turn, as long as I don't stop moving, now the next turns are free of that time loss, and you don't have to deal with that glitch. But also, if you open the menu, then you kill the turn frame, so I can show it here. It's like, so if I do this, she won't talk to me. But if I open the menu, and now I turn, it works. So opening the menu kills the turn frame. It's like, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just like, it makes me mess up the Lorelei movement, because what I would like to do is just hold Turbo A while I'm moving. I mean, I know that loses a little bit of time, but just to make it fluid in her room, I just hold Turbo A, but you just never talk to her. You just, 12-hour speedrun, 11 hours in Lorelei's room. So yeah, like, movement is interesting in this, but like, yeah, you can do a lot better by just being good, being a god gamer, and not having to do tricks, techniques. This one, yeah, it's like, so the repel wears off, and again, it's like, be careful, because like, oh, repel wears off, now I gotta press A. I talk to him, but I think it's fine, right? He's fine. He's the bad one, is that right? And that's actually okay, because you're not really near him. So, but you can easily talk to him. Repel wears off, you're trying to do this, but you end up doing this instead. And red, that would be fighting him for sure. And then, yeah, it's like, you can do safe movement. You can literally just do this. And then you can, yeah, do this. I don't know. But it's really not that hard to just try to do that. And then, yeah, this is the tricky one, because you're trying to go da 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 da, but you can easily go like that. And I don't... I can't bring myself to just do that. It's just too slow. The same thing here. Da. But that would have been faster than what I did. Oh, the bug cat. Wait, which bug catcher does that? Yeah, I don't even try to talk to them. I just try to make it super fluid. Okay, so yeah, like quick recap. I guess I'll... You know, what we really should have done is we should have ended this stream, because I can't highlight anything on Twitch anymore until I dump all of my videos, which I'm probably not even going to do. I'm just going to let Twitch choose it, because I'm going to have everything on YouTube anyway. So, yeah, we have like the replay file to submit, but then... Ooh. Maybe we just export this to YouTube and leave in all of this commentary, but I wanted to, let's see, load the replay. What is it? This is run replay 139. So like, yeah, this was our run that we just finished, which is a little harder to beat than the previous one, but we'll see if anyone does. Maybe I'll try. But what did we have on Brock? We had... Oh, yeah, we just had trash on, but like, just no. Every Brock fight is just no, man. And then this is actually fine. Route 3 was fine. We got like a crit and no poison. Moon was good, I think. And then Candy Route. And then, yeah, we got this Misty fight. The old 2-turn Starmie, but no red bar. Overall, good outcome. Bridge was good, and then we just... What else happened? Yeah, it was just like a consistent run. Good menus and movement here. And then we got a good Doduo, which like never happens. Got a good menu. So basically this run got good as a result of like a clean mid-game, clean luck, clean execution. Sylph Rival was very good. So rare for me to get fast Doduo, gets in the ball, I don't crit it. And then yeah. Oh yeah, this was good too. So it's like now, man, I wonder if like the Bide Brock is actually a good play trying to beat this time. Because I feel like it's either Bide Brock, Red Bar, or like being a god at movement to beat a 31-17. I mean, it's not like you can't beat a 31-17 with normal Brock. It's just like it becomes worth it to go for Bide Brock, simply because Brock without the Bide strat is still terrible. Like, it's just always terrible. Yeah, so anyway, what else? Yeah, we got the good Sylph Rival, and we got like decent movement here. What is it? Yeah, the Potion Cloister, and we got the Flareon range, and we got just tackle for Magneton. Yeah. Yeah, like just solid. Yeah, this part, let's see how fast this actually was. Good. I think, yeah, right here. So we got a clean repel clear, straight to the bike, boom, boom. Pretty fast there. And then, yeah, we nailed that. That is lucky. Like, I don't normally get it that fast at the end. And then took it kind of safe there on that menu, but yeah, and Safari was really good. Just boom, boom, hit that, hit that, hit that, hit that. With the full restore that I didn't need. Hit that. Like, I hit every turn. Like, you can do Safari fast without hitting every turn, but like, I actually hit every turn. Just never done that before. So this is where the run got good, just like playing well for this section. And so we moved more. But this was actually fine too. And then, yeah, we just had standard code. A bad menu here, and then, yeah, the Blaine's Gym one. This menu just always throws me off. Candies, should have scrolled to the bottom. But yeah, the one change that like everybody should do from this run, I think, is the Sabrina fight, which you should do after Blaine. With the Sabrina fight, instead of being Earthquake Swords Dance, it should just be spam Earthquake. Got a good Kadabra, but like you can kill Kadabra without Swords Dance and 2-hit Alakazam 90-some% of the time and 1-hit in 20% of the time. So then we get to Giovanni. Whoops. This is the fight that I like now. It makes the late game better. So we have 7 Earthquakes. We would have 6. Kill Dugtrio after 1 Swords Dance. Then just kill Persian, 72% range. Nidoqueen still dies to Psychic. Guaranteed. Nidoking Earthquake. So we have 4 Earthquakes, but instead of Earthquaking Rhydon, just double Psychic. Most of the time it's fast. Kills with the crit. And yeah, then don't do that. Don't do that. I have to check if... I don't think Psychic has a range on Rhydon. It might act... no, I think Psychic barely kills with a crit. Barely guaranteed, or it's very favorable. And then this fight, just hope for the best. But yeah, see, like, with this route... Yeah, this is really sloppy. We had an extra Earthquake. Because you see 4 Earthquakes on Magneton. If we had just done the Earthquake strat on Sabrina, we would have 3 Earthquakes and finish this fight with 0. And if you Gen 1 miss, it is kind of terrible, but you're not likely to Gen 1 miss. It's just like 2 seconds saved on Sabrina, I think, on average, to just Earthquake. 2 or 3 seconds saved on average. Sorry, that's 2 or 3 seconds saved at 100% speed, so about 0.5 to 0.7 seconds saved at 400% speed to just spam Earthquakes. No bike to... Yeah, I mess up that biking all the time, and it's not that many tiles. So yeah, what was this Victory Road? I think this Victory Road was just good overall, but you can definitely risk... Like, there is so scary because you can exit and have to do the strength puzzle again. Like, this is about as well as you can do that room. Yeah. This was a little bit slow, but yeah, this was probably the only part that was bad, and then we start to pick it up. Just yeah, definitely room for improvement, but with nerves, this is as good as I think I can expect to do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, is it optimal to go for Bide now? So okay, Victory Road wasn't as good as I thought, but it can be worse when you make a mistake, like pushing a boulder into a wall. But yeah, we did that. Make up some time. And then what was, yeah, Lorelei was just standard. Everything was just standard. Did not heal for, or we did heal for Champ, but it doesn't really lose that much time because full restore is just right here, like 1 second. It's for 1.5. And Champion was actually not great, just solid. Stomp is a fast animation. But best thing is to freeze or get the rare crit Oko. Yeah, what was it? We got, yeah, I forgot that could happen. I actually thought that if Amon gets fully parried during clamp, that they continue clamping, just like when they get fully, or when they potion during clamp, then They just keep clamping. It's so bad when that happens on like the earlier rival fights. Knock it to red HP, into clamp, into potion, into clamp continues. Yeah, Thunderbolt and Cloister so much better than Body Slam or Earthquake and Cloister. So we got a 204 IGT. Alright, let's find someone to raid and then I'll be done. Maybe for good. Maybe this time is solid enough. My original goal when I did the Pewter Mart Skip reroute was 31-2x, so 3129 or better. Which I technically did get, retiming that other run. It was like 3129, but the tracker, the overlay said 3131, so it was like, didn't feel like a 31-2x. So this run skips 31-2 all the way to 31-17 or maybe 16. So definitely happy with this time and don't need to beat it unless someone else beats it. I'm gonna just raid Bad News Nate, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories runner, doing a long FM run where he tries to collect all the cards with the 15 card drop mod. And then I'll put this on YouTube, I guess. And then submit the replay file. Yeah, we'll see. Usually I don't have FPS drops, but this is my first completed run while streaming, so streaming may have slowed it down. It didn't feel like it was much faster than this, though, because the early game was bad. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around. I'll be hanging out in the Discord, seeing what improvements other runners make.